The eRide Pro SS 3.0 was almost unanimously our favorite hyperlight bike of 2025, and we've pretty much kept this bike completely stock since then because it just works. It's a good all-around bike. But if there was one thing that we would change on this bike, probably be the brakes. And there hasn't really been an option to do that until today. We've been running the Formula brakes on bikes like the Surron Lightbee and the Talaria Sting MX4. And honestly, we've been really impressed with them. They've got great power, nice lever feel, and the modulation is excellent for this class of bike. But Formula realized something pretty quickly. These bikes are getting faster, more powerful, and the braking demands are starting to go up. The EB9 is designed specifically for the newer generation of higher power, lightweight electric dirt bikes, what we like to call the hyperlight class. Bikes like the eRide Pro SR and the SS 3.0. The Talaria MX5, the Altus Sigma, and the Arctic Leopard XE Pro S. Instead of the smaller brake mount used on the original bikes, the EB9 is built around larger caliper mount standards, so it fits these newer platforms properly. Both the new EB7 and the EB9 have CNC machine calipers. Up front, you've got four 22mm pistons with dual 22mm pistons in the rear, paired with sintered pads. They're also running steel braided brake hoses with a liner, forged aluminum master cylinders and levers, and the levers are adjustable. Rotor compatibility goes all the way up to 260mm depending on the setup, with a maximum rotor thickness of 3mm. So, on paper, these brakes are designed specifically for the next generation of higher powered lightweight eMotos. But of course, we need to try these brakes and find out. All right, we're just doing a little fun ride out here. 3.0, stock, man. Like I said, we have not done much of anything to this bike. I did a stem lock from Warp 9 right here, just because that star nut was locking itself out. That's literally the only thing that we did to this bike until now. The brakes, and man, can already tell. I need to be careful because this stuff is so loose. I can't fully grab a handful without potentially tucking the front end. So the brakes have more stopping power than I have traction right now. And that feels good, man. Awesome. It was nice that eRide Pro thought to upgrade the brakes on the SR and the 3.0, but on both of those bikes, I never really felt like it was problem solved. It still felt like the stopping power was lacking there. And yeah, those were also DOT brakes. In terms of the fluid, the reason why you'd want to go DOT is just because it doesn't heat up as fast as mineral oil. Mineral oil will get hot, whole brake starts to fade or just completely go away. But DOT fluid just has a higher tolerance for temperature. That's good, man. Other thing, adjustable. I like that about these brakes too. It's got a nice lever and you can adjust the lever position in and out. Super nice. Another thing I'm gonna point out, these are actually the tech fork guards right here. They bolted up perfectly to the eRide Pro Fast Ace fork. The reason that we did that is because this opening on the fork guard mount is wider than the OEM eRide Pro fork guard mounts. And a really good thing that Formula did with their brakes is add this sheathing here, and I'll talk about why that's a good thing in a second, but because this part is wider than the brake line itself, I could not clamp fully around with the OEM fork guard from eRide Pro. So luckily this mounted up, we just bolted it straight up. And the reason why this is such a big deal, yes, you get steel braided brake line, amazing, really like that. But I actually had to replace the OEM brakes on this SS 3.0 twice already, because what would happen is there is no reinforcement here. So under braking, when the fork compresses, our brake line was bending in towards the wheel. And once it does that a couple of times, it just trains itself. Every time the fork compresses, it's gonna dive in towards the wheel, and we were just rubbing the brake line on the front tire.
Now, we don't want to throw eRide Pro under the bus here because they did make modifications to their brakes to fix this. What we're speaking about specifically is the Type 1 brakes that came on the early model SS 3.0. And this bike we have here is an early model with the Type 1 brakes. Any newer eRide Pro now comes with the Type 2 brakes, which have largely fixed this issue in the same manner as Formula.
This sheathing here it's hard plastic. It allows this brake line to stay in line with the fork tube, so when you brake, it will stay in line and not dive in towards the wheel. That is so important. I don't understand why companies did not do this from the factory. This is a huge deal.
Another thing I want to point out here is brake guides. We're going to be speaking directly about the Type 1 brake guides from eRide Pro. Again, this is another issue that has been fixed by eRide Pro, and any newer model will come with a proper brake guide that allows the upper part of the brake line to move freely.
Now, the eRide Pro does come with 2 brake guides. This one here, and there was another one up top that I removed. This one needs to be loose enough for this to slide up and down, whereas this right here, ideally, would be clamped below here because you don't want this to slide down. You want the brake line from this point down to not move, and the rest of the brake line can slide up and down as the fork compresses and decompresses.
Yeah, hey, it's me again. One last thing we do want to touch on quickly is where to clamp this front brake line in your fork guard. This is technically a universal brake for a lot of different bikes, and because of how the line is constructed, the fork guard clamp doesn't always grab below the liner at the mounting point that it should, which may allow for a small bit of movement of the brake line below the fork guard mount when under compression. Now, Formula is aware of this, and they've already been working on solutions. In the short term, there are a couple simple fixes. What we did was turn our banjo fitting vertical and pull the lower part of the brake line as high as possible. This seemed to get it to clamp where we needed it to. Another thing you can do is add a small amount of material, specifically electrical tape and a zip tie, above the fork guard clamp to help the clamp grip properly and prevent the line from moving below the fork guard clamp. For the longer term, Formula is working on updated solutions like a revised clamp or a small 3D printable guide to clean that up completely. So overall, it's not a compatibility issue with the brakes themselves, but it's something we wanted to point out on this bike specifically.
So great thing that Formula did there, making good brakes, but keeping the brake line in line with the fork tube, also super important. And yeah, you can see, I was just talking about this, but look, see as I push down, that is sliding right there. And that's what you need to have happen. That brake line is staying in line with the fork tube. Good stuff.
So the original Formula eMoto brakes will still be available for the bikes they've always been designed for. The new EB7 is designed for the same bikes as the original Formula brakes, like the Surron Light B, Talaria MX3 and MX4, and the eRide Pro SS 2.0. But the EB7 is going to be your premium option with more stopping power and, of course, the higher-end style CNC machine calipers. The EB9 is built for the newer generation of higher power bikes. Bikes like the eRide Pro SS 3.0 and SR, with additional mounting options for bikes like the Arctic Leopard and Talaria MX5. Because these calipers are CNC machined in-house by Formula, the launch supply is a little limited, and they're rolling them out in phases, but you can find them for sale on ECR Parts, and we'll have links and more info down below. So overall, we think the eRide Pro SS 3.0 is still one of the best bikes in this category, but like most of these eMotos, they get even better when you put some really good brakes on them. Thanks for watching.